Alan Loudermilk, we are in a place I've never been before, but you have apparently a lot. What is this room?
This is MLife Diagnostics. We make oral fluid and urine drug testing products. We also have done products that test other things, but our current line of products mostly focus on drugs of abuse.
All right, and there's a guy standing next to me that might be interested in that. Sheriff PJ Fletcher, how you doing, Sheriff?
I'm great.
Well, great. And so this is a product you've kind of been needing, right?
Absolutely. We actually just ordered 1,000 of these. These products are very unique for several reasons. One, they're American made. Two, we are using our taxpayer funds locally, which is a huge deal with our department. The other thing is that our panels were customized to what we needed for inside of our jail facility for our inmate workers and various reasons that we use these tests. There's a lot of things you can test for, but we gunned our panel down to a panel that is strategically designed for our jail system and what we see in it. In doing that has been very helpful to us and has greatly reduced how many panels we're using. So Alan came in to visit with me about this, told me about his company and what he could offer, which you can buy these wherever you want to, but what you can't do is say what you want in your panel. And that's what separated this for us. Other than being locally owned, is that we got exactly what we needed and how we needed it. And Alan didn't balk on that at all, jumped right on it. And then a week later, a couple of days later, we had 1,000 kits ready. So very useful, very helpful, and also in containing the jail and keeping what we suspect makes its way in out. So it's a very good tool for us.
Yeah, okay, all right. And, for those who don't know what a panel is, well, maybe Alan, you could explain.
A panel is the collection of drug test strips that you put in a cup. So it could be coke, amphetamines, DHC, K2, a whole variety of drugs. So the Sheriff's Department thought that they had 13 that would be useful for their population, and we went right back and built them for them.
Yeah, now, the drug tests that I've seen are like a single strip or something like that. But you have combined them, right?
Well, we combine many strips into one, particularly our urine cups. Others do that as well, but what they don't do is listen to the customer and customize that panel for what they need. You get it off the shelf, you get what you get, and as Sheriff Fletcher was saying, he has to buy several products because some didn't have the drugs he needed. And so we put them all in one, and so it's convenience, and it actually saves money because you're getting all your tests in one kit. So when we say panel, it's that collection of drugs you want to test for.
Wow, okay. So, the strips tell you positive or negative.
Correct.
Right, okay. Well, there's somebody else here as well. He's the head of the Chamber of Commerce. So,
Marshall Economic Development.
Yeah. Oh, economic.
Not chamber.
I'm sorry.
That's station.
Yeah. So that would be Medco. So, what do you think about this whole thing?
So one of our target markets is advanced manufacturing for Marshall Economic Development, and medical device manufacturing falls within that. So we were really excited when Alan approached us about this because this is exactly that. He's got a new product. It's something that nobody else is doing in the United States right now. Right now, even comparable products are coming in from China, but they're really not as customizable as what they have here. So what we've got is a unique product, and we've got a problem solver that is behind the wheel here. And he's really built this up from the ground up, and we're extremely supportive of his efforts. We think that this product could be in all major industries across the nation.
Yeah, that, kind of give Marshall a name.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. And it's a unique product. It's beneficial to the businesses that utilize it, and it's made in the United States.
Wow, okay. Well, can we take a look inside?
Sure.
All right.
Well, this is our opening warehouse. You'd like to walk into the production area, and we'll show you a little video of that.
All right. I guess here, this is where the labels are put on?
Yeah, this is a cup labeling station where there's two labels that go on the cups, and so this is where we do the cup labeling. Labeling the cups is not moisture or light sensitive, so it can be done in the warehouse environment. We do control the temperature and humidity, but not nearly as strictly as we are doing here.
So this is where it all happens.
Yeah, this is our humidity temperature controlled environment, and some of our products have a very tight spec where we have to control the temperature and humidity, and humidity in particular is tough because we're in East Texas, but we have to control it below 20% relative humidity. And so we have special desiccant dehumidification equipment added to do that. It's not an easy thing to stay below 20% in East
Yeah,
Texas.
it's kind of like a dry heat.
Yes, yeah, it's very dry, and so if
It
you're
is
in
really
here a
dry.
lot,
You
you'll
Tell-
notice it.
You can really tell the difference, and that I guess is to keep the strips from being contaminated. Possibly?
Correct, yeah, the moisture can affect the strip, so mostly it affects their shelf life. So if you want a long shelf life product, you've got to process them in dry environment, and we package with what's called desiccant, those little silica gel packs that absorb moisture. So all of our products get produced in a metallized heat sealed bag that keeps light, air, and moisture out. And that's again just to keep the shelf life reasonable.
Well, here is an example of your product.
Well, this is one example of one of the cup products we sold to produced for the Harrison County Sheriff's Department. We allowed them to pick the drugs that they wanted for their needs, and we went back into our operation here and built them.
So what drugs are included on those strips?
Well, the drugs that are included in this panel, and I don't remember exactly the ones that came to the sheriff, but alcohol, amphetamines, barbiturates, buprenorphine, benzo, coke, alcohol metabolites, fentanyl, K2, MDMA or ecstasy, methadone, methamphetamines, opiates, oxy, PCP, a drug called PPX, and THC, marijuana. So all those would be tested in one sample.
And this is a urine sample.
This is a urine sample.
Okay.
Now, of course, the more strips you put in, the more expensive they are. So what you want to do is get the drugs you want, and then not a lot of others that you don't want. Because if you're not wanting to test for these other things, it just adds to your cost. So you want to get the drugs that the population needs for your market. So as the sheriff said, these are what I wanted, and we put those strips in. If stuff he's not interested in, why waste the cost? So we don't put those in.
So how does that part of it work? Putting the strips in, assembling.
Yeah, I'll show you a video of it, but basically we have a strip cutter where we cut the strips. They come in cards, and we got to process them into little strips. They're slid into an insert, which is then snapped inside the cup. So, and I can show you here in a minute. I'll get an insert and show you what it's like out. And then this snaps in. It's a feature. Insert snaps inside the cup. Then we do a vacuum sealing with desiccant in a metallized bag.
And also, there is a label on the outside that peels off, right?
Yeah, well, we always have to, the label is real important because it controls it gives you the identification of the manufacturer, the drugs. These do have an expiration date, so you'd always want to have your expiration date there so the user doesn't use a kit that's too old. One of our benefits is we build and ship relatively promptly, so people don't have to stockpile years of worth of supply. Because they do have a shelf life, and so all that information, and that's required information, industry standard, and some of it's regulatory required, what goes on those labels. So the user picks it up, they know what it is, how to use it, who made it, and the expiration date.
And then it's also kind of sealed on the outside of it here. There's this label.
Yeah, the coverage, so that when it comes out, you can't look and see what the result is. You put a specimen in, a urine specimen in, it comes out like this, so it's sitting there on the table. No one can see the results, but if you want to show the results, unveil to show the results to the donor, you just peel this label back. So some people just peel it off at the beginning, and others wait and see when they're sitting across the table or something, they'll take the tab off and see the results.
Well, this is this is going to be very convenient for you, Sheriff. I mean, all your tests in one fell swoop.
That's correct. That's correct. Our jail contracts Southern Healthcare Partners, obviously, for our nursing facilities, and both of our jails are using these cups now. And we have found them to be one very, very good tool to control inmates coming and going as usual. We have certain blocks of inmates who do certain jobs, who leave the jail daily and come back. and when they return, they're all drug tested daily. Reason being is it tells us, one, what they're doing when they're out, when maybe not every eye is on them. The other thing is that it gives us a clue of what could be leaking into our jail, or if anything is leaking into our jail. So it's a very, very good tool to just stay on top and keep the grooming of the jail as it should be.
Yeah, and I mean, and this is something that, you know, whether they were being manufactured here or not, you would need, right?
Absolutely. We've always used them. I am much more apt to use a local business, to use an American-made business, to use our tax dollars in a local environment, even if it's just in the state of Texas and not necessarily here in Marshall. But I'm just blessed to be the one that is right here in our town. So, but anything within Harrison County or Texas or anything in our region, I'm going to try to go with those businesses to support local business.
So you're kind of the test subject.
Well, you could say that, but I will say this. In visiting with our nurse staff and all of our past dealings with all these tests before we had the staff that we have now, nobody offered the option to design your cup in a way that best suits your environment. And I find that extremely useful, and I find that user friendly. And the fact that we ordered and in 2 days our cups were sitting in our jail and ready to go, you can't get that from anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's, so previously, was it like a single strip? Or?
Oh, we've tried the dip strips. We've tried all kind of things that just didn't work out very well. We the other cups that we had some panels, some of these panels in them, but not the variety that we have now. You would have to use multiple different cups to get that many panels or to get that many things covered, if you will. This way we can do it all in one swoop.
Yeah, you know, and I hate to state the obvious, but people can only go so much, you know?
That's right. That's right. That's right. You know, these are useful. Alan's here if we have a problem. He's easy to get a hold of. If something was to be in question or something that we needed help with understanding, he's right down the road. And if he's not, he's, like I said, he's easy to get a hold of. He always answers the phone, and I appreciate that. So I think MedLife is going to do great with this, and I'm glad to, if you want to call it, be the test dummy. But I really don't think I am, because we have had zero problems. They've worked very well. The staff's happy with them, and I foresee these going to a lot of places.
So how many do you use a day?
It varies. We could use as many as 15 a day. We could use one. It just depends how many go out and come in that day.
And then I guess this is the thing you guys probably use after an arrest, especially if it may involve drugs.
You could. Most of the time it's going to be inmate and or employee. If we had an employee problem, we'll also use it on that to assure that nothing's wrong or nothing's off or something's suspected, or, you know, there's so many varieties for an employer to use these. If you suspected an employee of drugs or alcohol while they were at work, or some reason to do a random drug test on that employee that you've picked, they can also be used for that, and we do use them for that. So they have many varieties in my office. So.
Yeah, good deal. Well, anything you'd like to add?
Well, we focused a lot on the urine testing products, but our original products were oral based. So we have a similar line of products that could be used for drug testing, and this is an oral swab. So you take the oral swab, put it in the mouth, soak up saliva, it turns red, and then you push it down, and the saliva goes over, and these test strips would then give you an instant result, rapid result for drug testing using an oral specimen. So we have a whole line of oral and urine-based products, so this is a dual swab. But so we try to innovate. These are very innovative. We have our own intellectual property on our orals, and some of our corporate clients want to get away from urine. So part of our mission is we want to be, what do you need? We're here. We can be a one-stop shop. You need oral, you need urine, and we're actually working with the Sheriff's Department to try to come up with a solution to a problem they have. And so we're here, we develop products, so we're going to continue to evolve the product line to meet the needs of the customer. So we want to be that resource. Hey, I got a drug testing need, MLife's going to help us solve it. That's what I would like people to recognize us as a company that will do that for them.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Can I say something about this? So this product in particular, I think has got great value for business. So imagine you're a company you're in a hiring campaign, you're trying to do on-the-spot hiring, and so you've got your HR, maybe your plant manager there, and so you're getting these people that maybe they're great on paper and you need to do the test. I mean, you can use this and do it there. I mean, that's the value proposition of this, is you get your initial screening there on the spot. So our companies in Marshall that want to use this, we actually have some grant funding available for you to help try this. This is for our Marshall companies, Marshall Economic Development. And we want our businesses to use this. One, it's made here in Marshall, Texas. But two, it adds a significant value to what you're trying to do as a business. And I think it's great not only for hiring, it's great for compliance, employee checks and things like that. When you can say, within a matter of a few minutes, instead of days for a test, to know that you've got your results.
Yeah, we've had one client say that the behavior in the operation changed by the mere fact that they could do an instant, rapid oral test because there was an issue. They handed them a swab saying, give me a specimen right now. And the mere fact that they could do that instantly on site with an oral swab, no urine collection, it really was an added benefit to changing behavior. So, yeah, oral swabs have their place. So, but again, we want to provide whatever solution you need. We're your local resource to try to help you get your needs met.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Alan. Quite a product.
All right. Thank you.
You bet.